The Spongebob Squarepants 200 from Kansas does not disappoint. Hello, everyone. I'm Harry Hogg for the Pro Cup Series. Well, last night was one of the most entertaining races of 2015 so far. One of the most competitive as well. The early morning day practice session was rained out, and it left the drivers some opportunity to take a chance to speak with us. One of those drivers we had a chance to talk to was Brian Mescal Jr., who's dominated this 2015 so far. We asked Brian what has led to the success that he's had in 2015.
It's just hard work, guys from the shop, bringing me good cars, patience on the track. That'll probably reward me for most of my top fives this year, just being patient and staying out of trouble. But it's just hard work. Greg Ives brings me a good car every week. Lots of practice and got my engineers on the job tonight, and we're ready to get this practice underway and see what we can figure out tonight and see what these young guns got, and hopefully have a good race and some clean, good battling, because this is a good track for it. It's a fun track. Really looking forward to it.
Definitely so. One of the most strongest drivers on the circuit. During that rained-out practice session, our own Ken Jenkins had a chance to sit down with one of our young guns, Cody Early, and talk about his 2015 season and his expectations from now on.
Ken Jenkins here. I finally caught back up with Cody Early, driver of the number 3 Dow Chevrolet. We had talked early, and Cody, you made a little reference to you not having your driver's suit on, but I see you have it on now, bud, and I see you've put up some good times, and I know you're looking forward to happy hour coming up here. But so many of the fans have been wanting to know, where did Cody Early come from? Where did you scratch your teeth at? Where did you start? And what do you feel about tonight? And do you feel like you're going to have to race your way into the next event, which is the All-Star race, as far as the showdown goes? Or do you really and truly feel like you could actually come out of here tonight with a win?
Well, Ken, I feel like we're going to have to race our way in next week. These mile tracks are not my cup of tea, so to speak. I like the short tracks. I like the super speedways. Probably I would have to say the short tracks are my better, so to speak. As far as where I come from, grew up east of Knoxville, or east of Nashville as well, a little town called Greenville. Raced go-karts at a young age. Went to some dirt tracks, Volunteer Speedway. Got on the asphalt Kingsport Speedway, and got a chance to drive a Hooters Pro Cup car, and went from there. So kind of the story behind the story, so to speak. But I feel like we're going to have to race our way in. I'm prepared to do that. I'm ready for next week. Charlotte is a track that I really think we could do some damage at. But tonight's one of those races, just try to survive and advance.
Hopefully some high hopes for that young man down the road in this Pro Cup Series. Well, qualifying finally got underway, and with some fast times throughout the night, it was Brandon Combs setting the fastest time and setting his GoDaddy Chevrolet on the front row. It was a solid run as far as practice goes, and Brandon Combs already has one win in this young 2015 season, but he adds yet another pole to his resume, doing that in front of Michael Cornish, who had the number 24 Chevrolet in second. Brian Mescal Jr. qualifies third, Rick Reinert in his Toyota in fourth, and Travis Pryor with his Toyota fifth. And how about the third Toyota in that bunch in sixth? Damon Cox. When the racing got underway, there were some drivers that had some confrontations earlier in the season. One of those was David Worrells. David had this to say before the race got underway from Kansas.
Well, man, my main focus is just keeping my cool and my temper in check. That seems to have gotten the better of me this season so far. And we've had good finishes, just not a win. As you said, I would have liked to have finished a little better than what we did at Talladega. I was out there pushing the Dr. Pepper car. Thought we had that thing wrapped up for a 1-2 finish, and had a little caution there that kind of mixed things up for us and got us behind, but still had a top 5 finish in that one. Just keep on plugging along, man. Maybe I'll get a win. If I don't, I'll just keep racing hard, work my way in the chase. Let's go from there, man. It's going to be a long night. Everybody usually brings good fast cars here to Kansas. So we'll just hang this son of a gun out there sideways on the top line and see what happens. Got a good 25 Chevy, so we'll be all right, man.
And impact he did throughout the night, one of the solid runners. When the green flag got underway, it was some of the most exciting racing, 2 and 3 wide. Some passes on the outside that would actually consider not making it other tracks, but it was one of those events that throughout the evening kept a lot of drivers in touch and a chance to possibly walk away with a win. One of those drivers would be Rick Reiner. Rick Reiner qualified decently in front of the field, but ended up picking up his 3rd straight victory in the 2015 Pro Cup Series season. Now the attention turns to the Charlotte Motor Speedway in 2 weeks, where it starts off with the All-Star Showdown. It's a race of all the drivers that have not found victory lane in 2015 will have to contend. A 20-lap shootout, winner take all. The winner gets a chance to move on into the All-Star race. 80 laps from Charlotte, and it all comes to you in 2 weeks as we take the week off for Thanksgiving next week. So, the next time we join you, we'll sit back and we'll relax. Well, maybe not so much, because it's All-Star Week. For Harry Hogg in the Pro Cup Series, we will see you in Charlotte.
I'm bringing back the sunshine. Bringing back the sunshine.